Gray zone warfare. So on 24th of February, the last day of the Raisina Dialogue is India's premier geopolitical and geoeconomic conference. It was in 2016, we had the first Raisina Dialogue, and since then it has been conducted annually. So in Raisina Dialogues, the last day, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Anil Chauhan, remember this name, very important. He stated that the gray zone warfare is the new form of informal warfare. What exactly is this gray zone warfare? So gray zone warfare involves competing territorial claims by nations. This is a form of a middle space between hostility, conflict, and peace. So rather than indulging into open hostilities, the competing nations, they resort to various forms of nefarious activities. They confront each other. For example, via disinformation campaign, via cyber attacks, assassinations, mercenary operations, even debt traps, economic sanctions, influence operations. So via this, the competing rival nations, they challenge each other hegemonically. For example, in fact, this gray zone warfare, it could be traced back to the Cold War era. We had the US and USSR competing each other ideologically for economic dominance. And since both of them were armed with nuclear weapons, they avoided open hostilities. So presently, we have the gray zone warfare, but this gray zone warfare is distinct because in this unique form of warfare, a party, a rival party, which has lesser resources at its disposal, which has lesser means at its disposal, it can also challenge a technically superior or a conventionally superior rival party. Let's take example of the South China Sea. Now we all know about the South China Sea, where China claims about 80% of the territorial sovereignty. Now this aspect of China is contested by Philippines. In December 2023, a major confrontation began. In fact, in December 2023, Philippines challenged China's territorial claims over the South China Sea. Philippines termed that the presence of more than 135 Chinese maritime militia vessels was illegal. In fact, it was placed near the disputed reef. These Chinese vessels, they deliberately rammed themselves into the Philippines vessels. They made use of water cannons and they created certain forms of hostile conditions. The Chinese Coast Guard, in retaliation, accused the Philippines of doing the same. So over here, the South China Sea became a gray zone warfare, became the theater of gray zone warfare. Similarly, when we talk about Taiwan, it has claimed that China, time and again, it has crossed the straits and it had resorted to the gray zone warfare. Even US sanctions, economic sanctions over Chinese products, imposition of duties on Chinese imports to US, it's a form of gray zone warfare. So what General Anil Chauhan claimed that the gray zone warfare is a form of a tactic so as to cause a reaction from the rival so that the military expedition could be legitimized. So next time, whenever we read about ransom attacks, cyber attacks, disinformation campaign, so we are dealing with a gray zone war.